How to make your first $1 million. This is a hard subject because what you're thinking right now is, Leo, get to the point. Give me the list so I can move on, so I can keep wasting my time watching videos. Because that's what you're thinking. That's what you've been doing. That's why your life hasn't changed at all in the past few years while you're watching videos on TikTok, right? If you truly want to make your first $1 million, if you truly want to be independently wealthy, you have to change what you're doing. Because obviously you already know the results of your efforts have brought you to where you are today, right? We are the sum of our decisions. Every decision you've made for the past 10 years have brought you where you are today. If you don't like where you are, then you need to change the mindset. You need to change how you're making those decisions. And even the decisions of which videos to watch, which videos to scroll, and I'm sure 99% of the people have already passed or scrolled beyond this video. If you're still here, then you have some hope. And here's what you need to do. I started my first business, my first construction business, when I was 17 years old, made my first million before I was 25 years old. So the people that are telling you to invest in real estate, fulfillment by Amazon, drop shipping, Shopify, all these different things you can do. Yeah, I'm sure there's got to be, 1 or 0.5% of those people who actually did achieve some success in that area. But the chances of you making it are so extremely small that you'd probably win the lottery 3 times in a row before that happens. Okay. So if you haven't watched my top 10 most profitable businesses video, please do that. If you truly want to make your first million, if you want to create generational wealth, then you have to stop what you're doing. There are thousands of people that can help you on the internet do that. But what I find speaking with people, and I speak with hundreds of people every day through emails, Zoom calls, and texts and comments. I speak with literally hundreds of people every single day. People want to create wealth, but they don't want to change what they're doing. Now, think about that for a second. As I said before, we are a product of our decisions. So the decisions you've made, the thousands of decisions you've made over the last 10 years or even yesterday, have brought you to where you are today. If you're still watching this video, then there is hope for you, because you might be able to change, but change is not easy. All right. So the things you've been doing have brought you to where you are today. So sometimes, or most of the time, we have to do the opposite of what we're doing. The opposite of what we're doing. If you're working with your hands, what's the opposite of working with your hands? If you're watching videos, what's the opposite of watching videos? All right. I'm not going to give you answers, because that would be too easy. Then that would get you to scroll. Oh, I've got the list. Now I can keep wasting my time watching other videos. That's not the answer. That's not the way you're going to make $1 million, over the next 18 months. That's not the way you're going to do it. You're going to have to do the opposite. I'll give you a clue. You have to start a business, because people that build generational wealth, they don't do it in real estate. They don't do it in Shopify. They don't do it filmed by Amazon. They don't do it with, self-storage units. They don't do it with all the things that are impossible to start for the average person. It doesn't happen. If you watch any of the comments, 99.999% of the people are lost. If you have a job, if you have a job, just over broke. And actually, that used to be an accurate statement. Just over broke is not accurate anymore, because even people with jobs are living beyond their means, which means they're creating credit card debt. If you're living beyond your means and you're accumulating credit card debt, how the hell are you going to pay that off with 22 or 27% interest? I was speaking with a pharmacist, had a full-time job as a pharmacist, had 4 kids, wife at home. He had a full-time job as a pharmacist. Pretty good income. I imagine around $80,000 a year. Also worked for a cleaning company at night, because that wasn't enough to sustain his lifestyle. And also drove for Uber Black. So if he drives for Uber Black, it means he has an expensive vehicle. Why the hell do you have an expensive vehicle? Why are you living beyond your means? And even though he had 3 jobs, he was still accumulating credit card debt. And I said, I sat down with him a number of times, and I said, you're going to have to change. You're going to have to make some real decisions, and it's going to be uncomfortable. How long did it last? 2 sessions, right? So people are not willing to change. People say, yeah, I want to change. But as soon as it's different from the road they're on, I'm out. Leo, I'm out. I can't do this. I can't do this. And yet they say they're hard workers. Bullshit. You're a time waster. I'm sorry. That's what you're doing. You're time wasting. You're doing things that are losing your mind, that you get lost in your mind. You get lost in your thoughts. Just like the people, the 99,000 people who have already scrolled past this video, right? All they want to do is entertain themselves with the next video and the next video and the next video and the next video. And that's why some people put lists. When I put, the top 10 most profitable businesses video, they don't want to watch the video. They just want the list. What are you going to do with a list? Please tell me, anyone, in the comments below, what are you going to do with a list, right? And most people are looking for, the next brilliant business idea. No. Boring businesses. That's where you're going to make your $1 million, is a boring business that has been established and proven for the last 40 years. Boring service type businesses. Watch the top 10 most profitable businesses video. Pay special attention to number 1 and number 2, right? I've been analyzing businesses now for 40 years, which means I've been looking at their financials for 40 years. Pretty much every industry around North America. Every industry. Yes, there's a lot of duplication in Europe, so please don't ask me those questions anymore. And the questions that I get asked is, what business should I start in my country? Do people have quality of life in your country? Do they drive vehicles? Do they have cars? Do they have children? Do they appreciate quality of life? Then the top 10 businesses apply to your country. Please stop doing that. Stop making a simple thing. Starting a business is as old as mankind, right? It's been only the lazy people, the people that have no imagination, that got jobs for the people who own businesses. The natural instinct should be to start a business, to control your future, to control your life, to create generational wealth. That's what a well-designed business looks like, right? And you don't find, an idea that nobody knows about. And how are you going to find the millions to educate the people that know nothing about your business, right? If they know nothing about your business, it means they have no need for it, right? You're not an Apple. You're not creating the iPad. If you are, good for you, but you're going to go bankrupt trying to educate people. How many iPad inventors go bankrupt, right? So if you truly want to build generational wealth, if you truly want to make your first $1 million, do it by starting a business. The first step you should do is find a mentor, find someone to guide you, because your decisions have brought you where you are today. Garbage in, garbage out. I'm sure you know that. The mindset that brought you into the hole is not the mindset it's going to get you out of the hole and make your first $1 million. It's impossible, physically impossible. Find a great mentor. There are thousands available out there. Then start putting an action plan and start doing the work that actually creates results. Please post your questions, comments below. I would love to answer your questions. We'll talk again soon. Take care.